Today's Daily Dose of Math is about solids. In mathematics, three-dimensional shapes are known as solids. We're going to look at several of the more basic solids in mathematics, starting with the cube. The cube has squares as all 6 of its faces. All of the squares are the same size, so the only dimension we need when we're calculating things for a cube is the side length. Once you know one side length, you know them all. If you know the side length, you can find areas and volume for the cube. Next, we have the right prism, also known as the rectangular prism. This shape has a length, a width, and a height, which are not necessarily the same as each other the way they are in the cube. We use L, W, and H to designate the length, width, and height. Of course, if I pick up this right prism and put it down so that a different face is at the bottom, it has a different base, and that switches around, which is the length, which is the width, and which is the height. But that's the way it works with right prisms. Now we have the cone. The cone has a radius, a height, and a slant height. The radius is the distance from the center of this circle at the base to anywhere on the outside edge of that circle. The height is the distance from that circle to the point at the other end of the cone, but forming a right angle with the circle. And the slant height is this tilted measure that goes along the side of the cone. Depending on whether you're looking for area or volume, you may use the slant height or the height or both, but you will always need to use the radius. Next, we look at the sphere. The sphere is a ball. Its lateral and total areas are the same, and its only dimension that we need is its radius. The radius is the distance from a point at the very center of the ball to anywhere on the outside edge. Once we know the radius, we can calculate areas and volumes. Last, let's look at these pyramids. Pyramids vary. There are all sorts of different ones. First, on the left, we have the triangle pyramid. Its base is a triangle. Then we have a square pyramid. The base is a square. And then a pentagonal pyramid with a pentagon as the base, a hexagonal pyramid with the hexagon as the base, and so on and so on. There are a lot of different pyramids. But they certainly have one thing in common, which is that the faces, other than the base, are always triangles. This is an introduction to the solids, three-dimensional objects in math. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please like, subscribe, and share.